Yo, what's going on, people? Man, y'all are early in the chat. Janelle, Liz, Mom, Cuz, what's going on? Salute, everyone. Welcome back to another Jay Jordan watch along. This is a different one for me. I'm usually at the games when the Liberty are playing at home, but I decided to sell those tickets and do the watch along today since we played the Wings already. But it's the New York Liberty hosting the Dallas Wings for the second game in a row. They last played on Tuesday, where the Liberty smacked up the Dallas Wings. Final score of that game, we beat them bad. I can't remember right now, and I don't have it here. But we beat them bad. Last game was about double-digit win without Sabrina Ionescu, still without Benai Jelani. But the Liberty are back to get at them again. Game starts at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's around 6:52 p.m. Eastern here in New York. It already feels like fall outside. The temperatures have dropped from earlier in the month, but we move, people. We move. Let's touch on the starting lineups for both teams. We'll start with the away team, the Dallas Wings. J.C. Sheldon, Enrique Gumbawale, Satu Sabali, Natasha Howard, and Tierra McCowan. Those are the starters for the Wings, the same starting lineup they had last game. Their bench, Sevgi Uzun, Stephanie Soares, Lou Lopez Seneschal, Kalani Brown, Jalen Brown, and Maddie Segrist. They have no injuries to report. For the Liberty, we have, I'm assuming, because they already announced that Sabrina Ionescu is out again with the neck injury, and they're holding her out. So if they're going with the same lineup they had last time, it'll be Courtney Vandersloot, Leonie Fiebich, Kayla Thornton, Brianna Stewart, and Jonquel Jones. Marquisha Davis, Kennedy Burke, Ivana Doikic, Jalen Sherrod, and Yara Sabali round out the bench. I already mentioned Sabrina's out with the neck injury, and Benai Jelani Hamilton still out, recovering from that minor knee procedure she had right before the Olympic break. The Wings, 6-21, the 10th seed. They got 13 games to go before the playoffs, so they're trying to see if they can make some noise and sneak into that 8th spot. The Liberty comfortably in first place. My record is totally wrong. They're 24-4. I don't know why that says 22-4, but let's fix that. We got a respected team. 24-4. There we go. 24-4 in first place comfortably, and looking to continue their dominance over the rest of the league. All right, this game is on Amazon Prime, as well as if you're in the local area, you could watch it on My 9. So that's like Channel 9 here in the tri-state area. You'll be able to watch it there. But I'm watching it. I'm going to be watching it on My 9. They have like some other thing on right now. That's not the game, so I got off of it for now. But I'll go back and I'll rest on it just so we don't miss anything. Alrighty, so as always, let's take a look at some of the stats from between the Wings and the Liberty. Can I go back here? Let's see. Yeah, so the last time they beat them by 20, 94-74 on Tuesday. So that is that's why I said they beat them up pretty bad on Tuesday. So as always, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, as we get ready for this game. So the team leaders for the Wings, Enrique Gumbawale, 22 points, 36% from the field, 91.5% from the free throw line. That's really good. You have Natasha Howard, 7.3 rebounds, and Satu Sabali, 5.5 assists. That's crazy. She's only played in a couple games, and she's already doing work in terms of assists. For the Liberty, Sabrina Ionescu leading the way with 19.9 points a game, 90% from the foul line. You have Jonquel Jones with averaging 9.3 rebounds a game, and Sabrina Ionescu averaging six assists per game. If you look at the right, their season stats, points per game, Liberty are in second place in the league, 86.5 points per game. Liberty in third place at points against per game, 76.1 points a game. Dallas is in 12th with giving up 90.6 points a game, which is not good. Liberty second in the league in assists, 22.9 assists per game as a team. They're second in rebounds a game at 36 rebounds a game. They're first in field goal percentage at 45.4. That's as a team, they're shooting really good from the field. They are third in the league in turnovers, 12.4 turnovers per game. Alrighty, so we got about 4 minutes until this game kicks off. If we look at the last game when they played against each other, let's see if it'll allow me to do that. Oh no, I just pulled up a Caitlin Clark article. But if we were looking at the stats from that last game they played against each other, it was a really balanced effort from the big dogs. Real balanced effort from them. Everybody came to play. Brianna, Jonquel, and Vandersloot all had double doubles. Vandersloot had about 14 points, 11 assists. Brianna had like 20, 25, and 12, and Jonquel had about 23 and like 17 or something crazy. So very balanced effort from them in the last game. Hopefully they can continue that today. Leonie Fevich also went down with a rib. She got like popped in the ribs in the last game as well. She sat out. She came back, tried to fight through it, but she had to sit out the rest of the game. So she's projected to start today. So hopefully she doesn't show any ill effects of that injury. I'm still refreshing to make sure that the Liberty starting lineup is correct. I know Sabrina is a definite. They said Leo was good to go. So I just want to confirm that. I still haven't updated it really. I guess we'll see. I guess we shall see. But the Liberty play the Wings for the second time in a row. They will play 2 more times in the upcoming, well, not even upcoming, in next month. They'll play 2 games in Dallas against the Wings. So in terms of last game, as I mentioned, Vandersloot with 15 points, 11 assists. Brianna Stewart with 26 points and 12 rebounds. Jonquel Jones with 23 points and 12 rebounds. And you also got 13 points off the bench from Kennedy Burke. Jalen Sherrod also scored her first basket. Oh, Nelson, what's going on? Long time no see, my friend. Hope all is well. Salute, salute. So for the Wings, Satu Sabli had a good game, 24 points for her. Arike added 17. But the key for them was to keep their bigs out of foul trouble. McCowan and Kalani Brown both got in foul trouble. So they didn't have people to really deal with Jonquel Jones down there in the post. So if they can keep their bigs out of foul trouble, they could see a little bit better success. McCowan only had 2 points and 5 rebounds and 5 fouls. Kalani Brown had 5 fouls as well. She had 7 points and 3 rebounds. So for the Liberty, if they can continue to get them into foul trouble, it will pay off for them in the long run. Dallas, the key is to keep their players out of foul trouble. Right, so we're about a minute out. And then we can get this game on the road. Salute to everybody here early. Liberty are going for, this might be like their 8th straight. So they've won 7 in a row already. Liberty going for 8 wins in a row. Trying to continue their beautiful home record with they're 13-1 right now. They're trying to go to 14-1. Liberty, after this game, they'll have 11 games to go. They'll be if they win this game, they'll be 25-4. That puts them at 29 total games out of 40 total. So they'll have 11 games to go. They play on Saturday against the Connecticut Sun. I will be at that game. And then they go on the road for about 3 to 4 games. and we'll be covering a majority of those. Right. Hopefully they can get rid of this Dish Nation thing. Nobody trying to watch no Dish Nation. They gossiping about celebrity stuff. And we trying to get to the game. There we go. They at the end of this show. At the fast forward. I was a little behind there. All right, cool. So the broadcast has started. It is 7:01 here on the East Coast. Liberty still the only team that has clinched a playoff berth. They're just trying to continue to build good habits and keep this winning streak going. It's Michael Grady, Rosgold on Woode on the call here on My 9. Oh, they're showing on the broadcast that this 15, 11, and 6 rebounds are Sloot's career high. Not career high, season high in all those categories. The Liberty are 9-0 when outscoring the opponent's bench this season. They had 13 from Kennedy Berg, 5 from Sably, 5 from Doikich, 2 from Jalen Sherrod. Her first points in a WNBA in the WNBA. So salute to Jalen Sherrod. They're confirming the lineups now. It is Kayla Thornton and Leonie Febich getting the start for the Liberty. Same lineups for the Dallas Wings. All right, people. Liberty going for their 8th straight win. Dallas trying to get off the snide here. They've lost 2 in a row. James, my guy, salute, salute, salute. What's going on? Oh, also I did now I see your name. I did look up the Indiana Fever game on Saturday, Friday, whatever. On Saturday is also on NBA TV if you're not in the Atlanta area. I mean the Indiana area as well. On the website it doesn't really show NBA TV. It just shows League Pass, but the games that are on NBA TV are also on League Pass as well. All right, so it's Tierra McCowan versus Jonquel Jones for the tip ball at center court. And we're off. And the New York Liberty start the game off with possession. Vandersloot over to Kayla Thornton. Thornton over to Leo. Leo to Jonquel. Jonquel, handoff to Stewie on the run. Left hand layup is good. Beautiful play to start the game. And the Liberty are on the board. Beautiful assist from Jonquel to Stewie behind the back handoff, and it drops. That's where Jonquel has really improved this season. Natasha Howard with the missed layup, and Jonquel with the rebound outlet to Stewie. She stops, goes over to Kayla Thornton. 3 in front of the Liberty bench off the back rim, and Leo with the rebound. Back to Kayla, up top to Stewie. Stewie, no hesitation, 3 off the back rim. Kayla tips it out, but it goes right to Sably. Kayla Thornton's on the floor holding her face in the backcourt. They have numbers. Tierra McCowan fouled by Stewie as she goes to the line. Kayla Thornton still in the backcourt holding her nose there. Liberty can't afford to have any more injuries in this game. It looks like she's holding the bridge of her nose. She went up for the rebound. Oh, and then, twice. So Natasha Howard hits her, and then Tierra McCowan comes over and hits her as well. So she got hit twice in the face there. I hear the crowd clapping. So that must mean she's at least all right, good. There's no blood, so there's no blood coming down. She gets up. They're gonna walk her to the bench. They'll probably sub Kennedy Burke in for some early minutes here. She's going right back to the locker room. So 55 seconds in, and the Liberty already down another player. I'll keep you updated on Kayla Thornton's status. McCowan for the first, and she knocks it down. The first points for the Dallas Wings. McCowan, the second, misses. Natasha Howard gets the offensive rebound. Hesitation, left hand push shot is good. And the Wings take their lead. 3-2. Jonquel Jones quickly up the court. Over to Leo. Up top to Sloot. Sloot to Kennedy. Kennedy to Stewie. Stewie over to Jonquel. Pump fakes for three. Drives. Steps out. Goes out to Stewie for three. Off the rim. Gets tipped out. And Burke with the rebound. Over to Stewie to the basket. Floater is good. So Stewie couldn't buy a three. But she gets into the paint and scores the floater. Liberty retake the lead 4-3. J.C. Sheldon with the ball right side of the floor. Looking for Enrique. Leo cuts it off. Over to Natasha Howard. Oh, she travels. Please call that. Thank you. Natasha Howard with the travel. Turnover, Dallas. The Wings had 18 turnovers on Tuesday. Ball in play with the Liberty. Jonquel over to Stewie. Stewie tries to attack. Goes behind the back. Guarded by Natasha Howard. Jonquel sets a slip screen. Kennedy Burke pulls up for three, and she misses. Oh, it goes off Stewie's fingertips right to J.C. Sheldon. J.C. Sheldon picks up her dribble over to Satu. Over to Enrique. Enrique with the ball. Picks up her dribble over to Satu. Satu over to Natasha Howard. Down to Tiara McCowan. That's a mismatch. Oh, she smokes the layup, though. Rebound to Leo. Over to Stewie. Stewie pump fakes at the three. Gets into the paint. Throws it up with the right. Goes off the glass. Oh, it goes halfway down and out. And rebound to the wing. Satu brings it up the court. Satu. Oh, stolen by Leo. Leo with the steal. And handoff to Stewie. Stewie goes to Burke. It gets tipped out by Enrique. It goes off Enrique and it stays with the Liberty. Dangerous pass there. But I don't know how Tiara McCowan misses that layup. Ball in play here to Stewie. Stewie over to Sloot. Sloot comes off the screen, gets into the paint, goes over to the left, and misses. She thought she got bumped. Rebound to the Wings. And Natasha Howard over to Enrique. Pump fakes, gets into the paint, throws up the floater, and rebound to Leo. Leo with another rebound. They're just falling into her hand here. Leo on the run. Floater off the glass. Oh, bounces around and out. A couple shots now have gone halfway down and bounced right out. It's still 4-3 here. Satu comes off the screen, going left. Finds the rolling Tiara McCowan. She just throws it up and misses. Rebound to the Liberty. McCowan pounding in the backcourt. They have numbers if they want it. Stewie over to Febich for three. Finally, Leo knocks down the wide open three from the left wing, and it's 7-3 New York. Tiara McCowan already getting subbed out. Ball into Enrique. Enrique top of the key. Leo guarding her. 10 seconds on the clock. They switch. Over to J.C. Sheldon right side. Looking for Satu in the post. Satu goes against Burke. Goes up. Misses. And rebound to Jonquel. Jonquel brings the ball up the court. 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Jonquel to Stewie. Stewie against Enrique. That's a mismatch. Stewie, dream shake, gets fouled, goes up. Oh, it rolls off the rim, but she'll go to the line for free throws. Tiara McCowan with the swipe down. They're showing the replay of that last play where Leo knocks down the wide open three. So Stewie at the line for her first free throws. She knocks in the first. Kayla Thornton's coming back in for. Let's see who she's coming in for. The crowd goes wild for her. I'm glad she's okay. There's no broken nose or anything. And she rolls in the second. Oh, Leonie Febich goes to the bench for Kayla Thornton. So it's 9-3 New York. Liberty on a 7-0 run right now. J.C. Sheldon looking. Oh, there was a miscommunication there. Kennedy Burke tried to bite on that switch. Natasha Howard cuts right to the basket, and it's a wide open layup. 9-5. Breanna Stewart over to Burke at the top of the key. Down to John Quell, and John Quell just kept backing up. It was a turnover. Wings on the run. Arike, step back three, off. And Vandersloot with the rebound. Stewie over to Kennedy. Over to Stewie. Stewie to the basket. Goes up, throws up the left-hand layup. Try to avoid the contact, and it was and Kalani Brown, what a good stop there. J.C. Sheldon to the basket, goes up the floater, and scores. It's 9-7. Oh, sorry, I just scored to the wrong team. It's 9-7. New York still up. Liberty just shooting 3 for 11, so the shooting percentages have not been good. Sloot over to Stewie. Stewie tries to drive. Hand off to Sloot. Sloot stops. Out to Kennedy Burke. For 3 off the front rim. Rebound to Kalani Brown. So the Liberty, the shooting percentage is down in the dumps right now. J.C. Sheldon bounce pass to Howard. Howard pump fakes, attacks. Goes up with the left on the other side. Misses. Rebound to John Quell. John Quell with the ball. John Quell directing traffic. Picks up her dribble. Goes over to Kayla Thornton in the post. Kayla Thornton in the post against Arike. Over to Sloot. Sloot down to Kennedy Burke. She pump fakes, goes up, gets blocked, and then hits it out of bounds. Out of bounds on Burke, and that should be a timeout here. It's 9-7. Better defense from the Wings right now. Liberty just missing some shots as well. 9-7. So not too good of a start right now for the Liberty, to be completely honest with you. Missing some shots. Not sticking to their defensive rotations. I guess that early foul on that early injury to Kayla Thornton threw off the rotation. Kennedy Burke comes in a little earlier than she would normally. But that's no excuse. But it's still an early game. Liberty have time to address those issues. But Dallas, they're not playing too good either, but it's only a 2-point game right now. Right, so we're in a commercial right now. We are in a commercial right now. Okay, let's get this up for you guys. Got the stats up for you so you guys could take a look. So it's 9-7, 9-7. You got Breanna Stewart with 6 points. She's already taken 6 shots. She's 2 of 6. And then you have 3 from Leonie Feebage. For the Wings, you have 4 from Natasha Howard, 1 from Tierra McCowan, and 2 from J.C. Sheldon. Turnovers wise, the Wings have 2 turnovers. The Liberty have 1. Right, broadcast is starting back up. Broadcast is restarting now. Back on the broadcast, they're talking to Tina Servasio. If you're from the New York area, New Jersey area, then you see her on the news a lot. Also, they were talking about the rib injury to Leo. I remember during the Olympics, she did get hit in the ribs. So I guess that hit on Tuesday sort of reactivated it. Hey, Mom, what's going on? Hey, Madge. Ball in play with the Wings. They're here to inbound. J.C. Sheldon with the ball. Ivana Dojkic is checked into the game for the Liberty for Vandersloot. Niara Sabli is checked in for Jonquel. Satu pump fakes in the paint, misses, and Niara saves the ball and gets the rebound. So the Sabli sisters playing against each other again. Dojkic with the ball over to Sabli. Niara Sabli. Over to Kayla Thornton. Kayla Thornton, 5 on the clock. Over to Dojkic. Dojkic, pump fakes. Over. Oh, bad pass. Cross court and stolen by Natasha Howard. She's on the drive. She attacks the basket, goes up, and she misses the layup. Great. Stewie with the ball. Stewie over to Kayla Thornton. Kayla Thornton brings it across half court. Kayla Thornton with the ball. Over to Sabli. Over to Dojkic. Dojkic with the ball. Dojkic on the drive. And they call a foul on J.C. Sheldon. Jim, what's going on? Salute on the YouTube. Salute. Tudo, my guy, what's going on? So, pretty slow start to this game. 9-7. 9-7. A little under 3 minutes to go here. Leonie Fibich is checked in. Kayla Thornton with the ball. Kayla Thornton over to Dojkic. Back to Kayla. Kayla pulls up for 3. Oh, misses badly. And Maddie Segrist, who's checked in, has the rebound. Satu Sabali on the run here. Satu down to Kalani Brown. Left hand hook is good. And the Wings have tied this game at 9-9. Tudo salute, bro. Appreciate the support as always. Niara over to Kayla Thornton. Kayla Thornton on the drive. She gets into the paint. Gets stripped by Arike Gumbawale. Over to J.C. Sheldon, who slows it down. So Liberty struggling here in this first quarter. J.C. Sheldon crossover out to Kalani Brown. Kalani over to Satu. Satu with the ball. She attacks, gets into the paint. Floater is good. And the Wings retake the lead. Liberty struggling to get offense here. 11-9. 2 minutes to go here. Stewie with the ball. Brianna Stewart attacks. They bring the double. Over to Kayla Thornton. Can she hit this wide open 3? And she does. KT for 3. And the Liberty retake the lead. They bring a double team over to Brianna in the paint. She kicks it right out to Kayla Thornton in front of the Liberty bench for 3. Tudo says, if New York don't win it all this year, how bad is the rebuild going to be? Oh, boy. I don't even want to think about that. Do not want to think about that. J.C. Sheldon with the ball over to Satu. Satu looking for Arike. Arike, step back, jump shot. Off the back rim, rebound to Stewie. Stewie on the attack. Attack Satu. Satu gets a hand on it and strips it. Wings on the run over to Maddie Seagrass. Outlet pass from Arike, and they score. Liberty have to get back in transition. Wings retake the lead, 13-12. Niara Sabali over to Kayla Thornton. Kayla Thornton tries to attack Kalani Brown. Reverse jump shot. Bounces around and scores. So Kayla Thornton has scored the last 5 points for the Liberty. It's 14-13. New York retakes the lead. Less than a minute to go in the first. J.C. Sheldon with the ball. Over to Segrist. Over to Arike. Arike with 8 on the clock. 8 on the shot clock. Arike crossover. Goes behind the bag. Gets to the paint. Throws it up. And they call a foul. So Arike Gumbawale would go to the line for free throws. Arike for the first, and she rattles in the first free throw to tie it at 14. Jonquel checks in for Brianna Stewart. Jim the Liberty are without Benija and Sabrina. And Arike misses the second. Rebound to Jonquel. It's tied at 14. Sabrina and Benija are out. Vandersloot with the ball. Vandersloot out to John Quell. John Quell raises up for three, misses, and Kalani Brown secures the rebound. Over to Agumbawale. About a half-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Game tied at 14. The shooting has not been good in this game. Agumbawale attacks. He has Niara Sabli on her crossover. Step back jumper for three. Oh, buries it. Arike Agumbawale shoots a rainbow shot, drops right in, and she gives the Wings the lead going to the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first, it's 17-14. Dallas with the lead here. So rough start for the Liberty. Shooting wise, their shooting percentage is down in the dumps to start this game. I'm gonna have to make some adjustments here. Looking at the stats, we have Natasha Howard with 4, Sabli with 2, Tiara McCowan with 1, Agumbawale with 4, JC Sheldon with 2, Seagrass with 2, Kalani Brown with 2. So everybody who's coming to the game for the Wings has scored. They're shooting 41% from the field. The Liberty are shooting 26% from the field. They're 5 for 19. Got 5 from Thornton, 6 from Stewie, 3 from Phoebich, and that's it. John Quell has taken 1 shot and missed. Vandersloot 1 shot and missed. Kennedy Burke has taken 2. She's missed both. So, as expected, the Wings come out trying to prove a point. They got embarrassed last game. They're trying to still keep their playoff hopes alive. You're playing the same team again in the span of 48 hours. So, you know their tendencies. They probably worked on it a little bit, knew who to focus on. And it's paid off so far in this first quarter. Liberty only have 2 turnovers. So, it's not the turnovers. It's just the shooting percentage. They've missed 14 shots, and they're 2 for 9 from 3. It's not gonna get it. Not gonna get it done. They're doing a little spot with Sandy Rondello and the clothing brand LaFleur. I guess they have something going on. All right, so we're waiting for the second quarter to start. Thank you for everyone who's tuned in. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. We do watch-alongs all season long. I usually don't do Liberty home games, but decided to do this one since we just played Dallas on Tuesday. I was at that game, so I figured might as well sell it to someone who wants to really go and hang out with the community on the watch along. So we're coming back to start this second quarter. Liberty, the Wings actually will start the quarter with the ball, since the Liberty won the tip. So the Wings will start the second and third quarters with the ball. So let's see if the Liberty can adjust here. See if they can adjust here. Sandy Rondello, 73-32 as head coach of the Liberty in these 3 seasons so far. Wings with the ball with Arike Agumbawale. So it's Arike, Satu, Tierra, Maddie Seagrass, and JC Sheldon. Satu down to Tiara McCowan. She fumbles it. She throws out an outlet pass to Arike. Arike with 4 on the clock. Arike floater off the wrong leg, bounces around, and Niara Sabli with the rebound. So they have Sloot, Niara Sabli, John Quell, Phoebich, and Kennedy Burke, who catches the pass from Phoebich and scores. Defense to offense for the Liberty, 17-16 Dallas. JC Sheldon with the ball. Over to McCowan. McCowan to Seagrass. Seagrass out to Satu. Satu guarded by her countrywoman, Phoebich. JC Sheldon pump fakes, gets into the paint, throws up the right-hand layup, misses, ball bounces around, and John Quell secures it. Jim asks, does the Liberty ever play at Madison Square Garden? Not since the mid 2010s when the James Dolan sold the team. Kennedy Burke with the attack and scores. Somehow squeezes it in over two players, and the Liberty retake the lead 18-17. I don't think the Liberty will ever play at MSG ever again, to be completely honest with you. That relationship ended pretty sourly. Down to Satu, guarded by her sister, Niara. She tries to throw it off Niara. Niara gets the steal over to Leo. Leo throws it to Jonquel. Jonquel goes behind the back and gets fouled by Tierra McCowan. Doesn't make the basket, but she'll go to the line for free throws. So Jonquel at the line. She hits her first, and I believe that's her first points of this game. Yes, it is. Jonquel's first points of the game. 19-17 New York. Oh, let me check into this game on the Liberty app so I can get my points. Where's the app? Be forgetting to check in. Jonquel for the second. And she buries both free throws. Liberty up 20-17. Sevgi Uzun is checked in for the Wings. So is Kalani Brown. Satu with the ball right side of the floor, guarded by Jonquel. Over to Natasha Howard, she pump fakes down to Tierra, but Jonquel gets a hand. Niara with the steal, and Vandersloot with the ball. She slows it down, attacks. Goes over to Leo. They call a moving screen on Jonquel. Moving screen on Jonquel there. So Jonquel runs down the paint. Oh, it looks like Satu just falls, but I can see why they would call the play there. The foul there on Jonquel. Sevgi and the Wings with the ball. Kalani Brown handoff. Leo guarding Arike. Arike looking for somebody. Goes corner to Sevgi. Sevgi brings it up top of the key. They have 8 on the shot clock. Over to Kalani Brown. Kalani Brown mid-range jump shot in and out. Rebound to Arike. Arike pump fakes. Up top to Sevgi. They looking for Natasha Howard in the post. She spins, tries to go up and under, throws it up, and misses the bank shot. Rebound to, and they call a foul there on Natasha Howard on Niara Sabally. Hey, can I check in for this game? Check in. 50. Claim points for watching. There we go. All right, y'all. I just claimed my ticket. My points. So we good now. Ball and play with the Liberty here. It's Sloot, Sabally, Jonquel, Fevich, and Burke on the floor. They're trying to get Jonquel in the post. She goes against Kalani, backs her down, faces up, goes to the basket, and scores. Jonquel with her first field goal of the game. Liberty up 22-17. Jim says they are more entertaining than the Knicks. Yeah, yes. I mean, I'm not a Knicks fan, so they're more entertaining to me. Natasha Howard in the paint. She travels. Great defense by Niara Sabally. Natasha tried to use her speed, but Niara's up to the task there. Kept her feet right in front of her. And Natasha Howard, the ex-Liberty player, travels. Oh, yeah, she traveled crazy. Ball and play with the Liberty. Vandersloot with the ball. Liberty on an 8-0 run right now. Vandersloot comes off the screen. Mid-range jump shot is short. Niara tips it up, but Sloot gets the rebound. Out to Jonquel. Top of the key. 3. Yay! JJ knocks down the 3. Timeout. Dallas Wings. 25-17. Liberty on an 11-0 run in this second quarter. Jonquel with all 7 of her points here in this second quarter. So the Liberty starting to find some offensive rhythm here, turning their defense into offense, and it's paying off. They're up by 8. They have outscoring the Wings 11-0 in this quarter. The Wings have not scored in the second quarter so far. So Jonquel is up to 7 points and 5 rebounds. 7 points and 5 rebounds. She is the leading scorer for the Liberty. For the Wings, you have 2 players tied at 4. Arike Gumbawale and Natasha Howard. So very good start to the second quarter for the Liberty. Very, very good. These two teams will play again on September 10th and 12th. So it'll be the same thing like this week where they play 2 games in a row against each other. They'll be playing 2 games in Dallas against each other on the 10th and the 12th. So mark your calendars for that. These teams, the Wings could be in a much different predicament in 2 weeks than they are right now. They could either be on the brink of catching up 8th place, or they could be down in the dumps against fighting for the bottom of the barrel. Let me look at the Wings schedule while we have some times while they're in a timeout right now. So the Wings, after this game, they play LA on the 25th, which is 3 days. Jim said Liberty must have smoked up before the game. They're okay now. Yeah, they probably came out since we're like, oh, we beat them by 20 a couple of days ago. It'll be the same thing. Walk in the park, came out very lackadaisical. But after they found out they were down, after they found themselves down at the end of the first, they decided to pick it up. So the Wings, they play LA, which should be a win for the Wings. Then they play Vegas, Minnesota, Indiana. That's going to be a tough stretch for them. All right, the broadcast is back. They're showing a replay from earlier as Jonquel hits that 3. And ball is back to play with the Wings. Substitution made. Satu Sabali out. Jaylen Brown in. Vandersloot gets a piece. And it bounces around. And who's it? Jonquel Jones with the rebound. Brings it up the court. Jonquel over to Niara. So they're running this 2 big lineup a lot. I like it. It's like a huge lineup. Niara Sabali in the post, goes off Niara's hands and goes out of bounds. Jaylen Brown makes her presence felt early. So they have Niara, Jonquel, and Stewie all in the game at this point with Kayla Thornton and Vandersloot. Sevgi with the ball. Sevgi tries to attack, dribbles back out. They try to... Sloot gets her hands on the entry pass. It goes right out of bounds. Ball stays with the Wings. They're showing Sabrina on the screen. She's in street clothes, still dealing with that neck injury. My mom did point out while we were watching the game that during the Aces game, she started grabbing at it a lot. As Sloot gets her hand on the ball again and knocks it out of bounds. JC Sheldon into the game for Seki Uzun. Tudo says the bad thing with New York, yeah, they are double-edged. Yeah, definitely. Howard over to Arike with the pump fake, guarded by Kayla Thornton. Step back jump shot. Oh, and it banks in off the right-hand side, off the baseline. That was a tough shot. But that's their first field goal of the second quarter. First points of the second quarter. Sloot down to Jonquel. Face up on Kalani. Puts her in the post. One leg fall away. KD style off the glass. And scores. Jonquel putting in work here in the second quarter. She's up to 9 points. 27-19. To Natasha Howard. Ball gets stripped by Kayla Thornton. Niara picks up the loose ball over to Sloot. Sloot pushing the ball up the court. Sloot crossover. Gets low. Dribbles back out. Over to Jonquel. They say, go again, Jonquel. Jonquel dribbles out. Gets the screen from Stewie. Jonquel to the basket. And they call an offensive foul. Jaylen Brown gets a deflection a couple possessions before and draws a charge on this one. Yeah, Jonquel tried to get back to the left side of the floor. She should have just kept going across the paint. But Wings ball. JC Sheldon to the cutting. Natasha Howard misses the left hand layup. Jonquel goes behind the back here. Over to Sloot, who Sloot tries to direct the offense now. Sloot goes to the right, gets the screen from Niara. Oh, and there's a foul there on Kalani Brown. That would have been a turnover. JC Sheldon was playing that passing lane. So thankfully it was a foul, or else there would have been a turnover. So Satu Sabli checks back into this game. Ball and play to Jonquel. Jonquel face up on Natasha Howard. Ball gets tipped from behind. Niara saves it. Niara guarded by Satu over to Stewie. Stewie guarded by Jaylen Brown. Stewie one leg jump shot, bounces and gets fouled by Jaylen Brown. Stewie will go to the line for free throws. That was a possession going nowhere, and Stewie sort of bailed us out there, to be completely honest with you. Stewie coming off a 26-12 game against the Wings on Tuesday. She shoots the first free throw, and it misses. They would say ball don't lie if you're a Dallas fan. So it's 27-19, 27-19. We got 4 minutes, 21 seconds to go here. Substitutions being made on both sides. Ivana Dojkic is into the game for Vandersloot as Stewie hits the second. 28-19. JC Sheldon with the ball over to Satu. Satu over to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown over to Natasha Howard. Faces up on Jonquel. Pump fakes her, gets Jonquel off the floor, and draws the foul. So Jonquel's probably going to have to sit. That's her second foul, I believe, in this game. So Jonquel Jones, no, she actually has 3 fouls now. So Jonquel definitely is going to have to sit the rest of this quarter. She's very important. So Natasha Howard at the line. Some miscommunication there. I don't know. She's not shooting the free throw yet. Tudor says, I like watching the Connecticut and TD Garden, though. It seemed like it was louder than most games been of late. Yeah, I mean, because it's the first time they've played there. First time a W team has played there, I believe, as they hit the first. As Natasha Howard hits the first. So, you know, I guess it's like it's the same thing like when they were playing in Toronto and that stuff, Tudor. Like when they play in these places where the W doesn't come. Everybody shows up. It's loud. So I'm glad that the turnout was a sellout. As Natasha Howard hits both free throws. It's 28-21. Yeah, Tudo. JJ's problem has been foul trouble. Sometimes it's not her fault. Sometimes it's definitely her fault. Ivana Dojkic for 3, and she misses. Rebound to Satu. Satu finds the cutting Natasha Howard, and she scores. She slips the screen and gets a layup right at the basket. 5-point game, 28-23. And Sandy Brondello calls a timeout. But Nigel Laney in like in a collared shirt and like a suit jacket. It looked like an extra large shirt she got on. Like a husband shirt or something. But the Liberty called a timeout here. They've fallen off the pace. They started on an 11-0 run. They've only scored 3 points since. 14-6. New York is outscoring Dallas in this quarter. Tudo says JJ also lets it get to her. Yeah. Now, I guess that's just her. That's just how she is. When she starts getting what she feels are unnecessary foul calls or foul calls she doesn't believe she should get, it starts affecting her on both ends of the floor. And I guess it's been happening so long, it's hard to change how you how you are there. All right. So we're still in commercial right now. Liberty took a timeout. We're giving up a good amount of points there. They want to regroup. This is the only game on the schedule tonight. Only game on the schedule tonight. Tomorrow we have a huge amount of games tomorrow. Got about 4 or 5 games tomorrow on the docket. All games will be on Ion. You can get, and remember, all the games that are on Ion are also on WNBA League Pass. Just depending on the region you are in, they'll still have blackouts if you try to watch it on League Pass. But you got the Mercury and the Dream, the Sky and the Sun, the Sparks and the Mystics, and then the Aces and the Lynx play again. If you were with me last night for that watch along, the Minnesota Lynx walked into Vegas and beat them again on their home floor. So Minnesota, a very dangerous team. Jim says, are the Liberty getting anything for the players they are losing? What do you mean by that? You mean in the offseason you talk about, Jim? Just clarify that for me. Still in commercial, guys. We are still in commercial. I'm a little behind, I think. Ball and play with the wings here. Ball and play with the wings. I think I was a little behind there. Thanks, Mom. I just saw your message. Satu Sabali with the ball. To Natasha Howard. She reverse spins. Right hand layup. Misses. Ball tips around. Natasha gets her own rebound and scores. Jaylen Brown making her presence felt. She's getting her hand on tips and everything. And it's a 3-point game. I'll answer that question in a second, Jim. Stewie over to Leo. Leo walks into a 3 and Leo knocks down the 3. 31-25. JC Sheldon with the ball. JC handoff to Arike. Arike dancing with his step back on Kayla Thornton. She tries to answer and she misses. Ball gets tipped to Kennedy Burke. So it's Burke, Dojkic, Stewie, Thornton, and Phoebich. And there's a foul called on Jaylen Brown. They say I don't know what the actual call was, like a push in the back there. The Liberty in the offseason, they won't be getting anything for players unless they trade them. Unless they make a trade, they won't be getting anything. We're still yet to find out what the rules for the expansion draft are. With the Golden State team coming into the league. So we've yet to find out what those rules are, because they're going to have to take players from all the other WNBA teams to add to that new team. So once that news comes out, I'll definitely update you guys on the channel here. But the Liberty, after that foul, are in the bonus. They are going to shoot free throws the rest of this quarter. Stewie knocks down the first. All right, good. I think I'm as live as possible. Thanks, Mom, for that. Just saw your message. Jalen Sherrod checks in. She's getting some minutes here. And Niara Sabli also checks in. Stewie hits both free throws. It's 33-25. Jalen Sherrod, this is her third hardship contract. We'll see what the Liberty decide to do after they expire. Satu pump fakes, pulls up for 3, misses. Natasha Howard gets the rebound, fouled by Niara Sabli. She has to do a better job of getting positioning there. Daniel, salute. What's going on, bro? What is going on? So Dallas to inbound here. Ball to Satu Sabali. Gets the screen from Jaylen Brown. Satu gets to her left. Over to Howard. Howard Crossover on Stewie. Pulls up for the mid-range jump shot. Way off. And goes out of bounds. Jaylen Brown tried to save it. It goes to the Liberty. 2 minutes, 8 seconds to go. Ball in play with Jalen Sherrod, rookie out of Colorado. Stewie attacks. Oh, tries to hand it off. And Enrique outruns everybody, gets to the ball, goes up for the layup, and scores. It was a miscommunication there on the pass between the two players. Jalen Sherrod with the ball. Spin move, gets into the paint, over to Kayla Thornton. What a pass. Kayla for 3, misses. And Jaylen Brown throws the ball to Satu, who gets it to Enrique. Enrique on the run. Enrique goes coast to coast. Layup and 1. Nobody gets in front of her to stop the ball. She goes coast to coast and scores. She runs past all the Liberty players, runs past Kayla Thornton, runs past Leo. So Enrique for the 3-point play, and she buries it. So just like that, it's a 3-point game. Liberty were coasting at the beginning of this quarter. Hasn't been as smooth in the second half of this quarter. Jalen Sherrod on the attack, throws it out to Kayla Thornton. Can she hit a 3 this time? Off the back rim. J.C. Sheldon gets the ball deflected, and Sherrod gets it. Stewie tries to pull for 3, and it was I don't know if it was blocked or it was a foul. I'm not too sure. But J.C. Sheldon for the tie, misses. And Leo secures the rebound over to Sherrod. Sherrod bounce pass to Kayla Thornton. Gets the left-hand layup. She almost blew that opportunity, but she recovers it and scores the layup. Enrique to Natasha Howard. And end-to-end action. Natasha Howard turns it over. Stewie over to Leo. Leo lines up for 3. And she's front rims it. Rebound to Satu. And Satu trying to get by Kayla Thornton. Goes behind the back. Satu with the ball. Right side of the floor. Satu attacks Leo. She goes up for the jump shot. Foul and 1. Satu Sabali. Against her German teammate. So Dallas clawing their way back in this quarter. They have a chance to make it a 2-point game here with the free throw. Satu Sabali only with 4 points and 5 rebounds as she misses the free throw. 30 seconds to go here. Stewie brings the ball up the court. Stewie on the attack, goes up one-legged, misses, gets her own tip, but misses that one. And Enrique will play for 1 shot. They could take the lead or tie this game. With this possession here. Enrique guarded by Stewie. 10 seconds to go here. Enrique between the legs. Playing with the ball by half court. 5 seconds to go. Enrique crossover. Pulls up for 3. Airballs it. And Natasha Howard is standing out of bounds when she gets the rebound. 0.5 seconds on the clock. So the Liberty probably would just inbound this and get to halftime. And that's how it ends. So the Liberty had went on an 11-0 run to start this second quarter. They finished the quarter leading 21-15. They outscored them 21-15. It's only a 3-point game going into halftime. Stewie getting the halftime interview. She has 9 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. So we're at halftime, people. We are at halftime. 35-32 Liberty over the Wings. A much closer game than what we saw on Tuesday. I think at halftime on Tuesday, let me verify. On halftime on Tuesday, the Liberty were up 48-39. So Wings have closed that gap considerably. What's up, Camille? Finally, Ellie promo. Oh, you saw the commercial with Ellie. Let's take a look at the stats. Let's take a look at the halftime stats. See if I can get this up for us. Refresh everything here. Thanks for everyone who's tuned in for this watch along between the Wings and the Liberty. Liberty going for 8 straight wins. The Wings trying to snap their 2-game losing streak here. Bear with me as I get these stats up. Jim says, so the expansion team can take more than one player from a team. Yes, and in the past, the way they had done it is that each team was allowed to protect 6 players on the current roster, and then the expansion team had their pick of the remaining that were unprotected. All right, I finally got the stats up. So, Liberty up 35-32 at the half. We'll start off with the Wings. Enrique Gumbawale, she played all 20 minutes in the first half. 11 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. A steal and a block. J.C. Sheldon with 2 points. Natasha Howard with 10 points and 3 rebounds. Satu Sabali with 4 points and 5 rebounds. Excuse me. And McCowan, 5 minutes, 1 point, 1 rebound. She has not been playing well. I'm about to drop her off my fantasy team. Kalani Brown with 9 minutes, 2 points, and 3 rebounds. Jaylen Brown, the rookie, 6 minutes, no points, a rebound, but she's gotten her hands on a lot of deflections and rebounds. Maddie Segaris with 4 minutes and 2 points. Sevgi Uzun with 2 minutes, no points for the Wings. For the Liberty, Vandersloot played 12 minutes, no points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Leonie Fibic with 2 threes for her 6 points in 14 minutes. Does have 4 rebounds and 2 assists to go with that. Kayla Thornton, 7 points. She's 1 of 5 from 3. Brianna Stewart with 9 points. She is 2 for 10 from the field, so not shooting pretty efficiently right now. And Jonquel Jones with 9 points and 7 rebounds. She had all 9 of her points in that second quarter. She does have 3 fouls, which is why she was out a majority of the second half of that second. Niara Sabli, 12 minutes, no points, 2 rebounds. Kennedy Burke with 4 points in her 11 minutes. Dojkic with no points in 5 minutes. Sherrod with no points in 2 minutes. So that's the box score for this game so far. Let's take a look at some of the team stats. So as you can see, the quarter scoring 17-14 in the first, Dallas over New York. New York comes back, outscores them 21-15 in the second, which is why they have the lead. I don't think this is right, though, for some reason. No, my math is just terrible. Ignore me. Looking at the team stats here on the right-hand side. Dallas shooting 37% from the field. The Liberty shooting 35%. Liberty shooting 26% from 3, 4 for 15. The Wings shooting worse. They're only 1 for 7, 14%. Liberty 7 for 8 from the line. The Wings 5 for 8 from the line. Liberty leading the rebounding battle 27-21. They're leading the assist battle 11-6, and the steals battle 5-3. They're losing the blocks battle 2-1. They both teams have 7 turnovers each. The Wings have 18 points in the paint compared to the 16 for the Liberty. They have 12 fast break points compared to 6 for the Liberty, so the Liberty aren't getting out in transition like that. 5 second chance points to 4. The Liberty are on top of that. The Wings do have 6 points off of the turnovers. Liberty only have 5. Liberty had a 9-point lead. That was their largest. The Wings had a 3-point lead. That was their largest. There's been no technicals and no flagrants. All right, so that is the stats at halftime for both teams here. Alrighty, I do want to pull up the schedule for tomorrow, so bear with me as I get that situated. We have, as I was mentioning earlier, we got 4 games tomorrow. 4 games tomorrow. So let me get this up. There we go. Let's publish that. All right. I accept. All right. So for tomorrow, we have 3 games starting at 7:30. I know a lot of people complain why they all start the games at the same time. I think it's just an East Coast thing. All the East Coast games that are hosted at home start at 7:30, similar to like if you were familiar with NFL football. You'll have a number of games at starting at 1 o'clock Eastern. But depending on where you are in the country or on the East Coast, you'll get a different game. It's that same sort of deal with Ion. So you have Phoenix at Atlanta. Atlanta beat the Mercury in their last game that they played. Atlanta are 3-0 to start the second half of the season after the break. They're trying to climb into that 8th spot. Chicago goes to Connecticut to take on the Sun. Chicago, they've won the game against LA, but they've lost both games to the Mercury. They're trying to hold on to that 8th seed, so it'll be a tough game for them. If they lose this game and Atlanta wins, we could see some movement in the standings. LA takes on the Mystics, so 2 bottom feeder teams, both 6-22. It's a race to the bottom for both these teams. So if you want to watch that game, you'll just be watching to see how Rickea Jackson, the rookie, is playing, and Aaliyah Edwards. Or sorry, Daniel, I know you're a Sparks fan. You'll probably want to watch your Sparks, and hopefully they can win. But it's tank for Paige Becker's season over there for both those teams. And the lone game at 9:30, you have the Las Vegas Aces against the Minnesota Lynx. Both these teams just played yesterday. The Lynx beat up on the Aces in that game. So you know they're definitely going to want revenge in this one. So that should be a game to be on the lookout for at 9:30 p.m. Eastern on Ion. Also on League Pass, Aces going to Minnesota to take on the Lynx. Then on Saturday, there's only 2 games. As I was mentioning yesterday as well, a lot of the fall sports are starting now. There's going to be a little bit of a break from ESPN coverage on these games until September. So from now until maybe the first week in September, there won't be any games on ESPN or ABC or anything like that. So make sure you check before you just go to a channel and assume the game is there. Just go on your phone, go on the website, on the app, to see where the game is being played. So Saturday, there's 2 games. You got Connecticut taking on the Liberty. Liberty going for the season sweep against the Connecticut Sun for the 2nd year in a row. They're trying to see. I hope the Liberty can get Sabrina back. I think that's why they've been keeping her out, to keep her ready for this game, to see how they fare against the new, the improved Connecticut Sun with the addition of Marina Mabrey. Because Mabrey always gives us issues when we played her. No matter if she was in Chicago, Dallas, it didn't matter. Mabrey always gave us issues. She is from New Jersey, so I think it's a little bit of that home cooking. And Indiana takes on Minnesota. So Minnesota playing on a back-to-back Friday, Saturday. They play the Fever at home, 8 p.m. Eastern. I know it says League Pass here, but the game is also on NBA TV. I looked on the mobile app, and it was on NBA TV as well. Remember, blackout restrictions still do apply. So that will be a good test for Indiana to go against a powerhouse team like the Lynx. We'll see how they fare there. And then on Sunday, August 25th, we got the Aces taking on the Chicago Sky at 12 p.m. Eastern. That's noon Eastern on CBS. We will be doing the watch along for that game. That will be the next watch along we do. So make sure you go to that broadcast. It's already created on the channel. Hit that noti bell or that reminder bell so you get notified when I go live for that game. So on Sunday afternoon, Aces versus Sky, Reese versus Wilson. We'll see who comes out on top this time. And then the only other game on Sundays at 4 p.m. we have the Sparks versus the Wings, another battle of the bottom feeders there. That game is on League Pass. And then looking forward to Monday. I'll just touch on Monday. We won't get into the rest of the week. We'll touch on that on the Sunday stream. 7:30, Fever versus Dream. That'll be an important game for the Dream. They want to continue to stack wins to get into that 8th seed. Indiana trying to climb up to like 6th seed, or they could possibly even get up to 5th seed if things sort of fall things fall their way. The Liberty are on the road against the Mercury, 10 p.m. Eastern. We'll be doing a watch along for that game. That the Mercury beat the Liberty last time at home. That was one of their 4 losses against the Mercury. So I know the Liberty want to test their mettle against the Phoenix Mercury. And then what the Washington Mystics take on the Seattle Storm. This game, Gabby Williams, if you guys were watching the Olympics, the French sensation, she's back with Seattle. This is the game that she's supposed to play or supposed to return to the team. So we may see her in this game. That's at 10 p.m. on Monday. All right, people. So that is the schedule for this weekend going into Monday as well. Make sure you guys are tuned in if you can. Support the W. We're coming down to crunch time. We are really coming down to the nitty-gritty. Teams jockeying for positioning. Only one team has clinched a playoff spot so far, and that's the Liberty. So all these other teams are trying to clinch playoff spots, and then once they get there, they're going to try to worry about positioning. All right, so the broadcast is coming back. Thank you for sticking with me for this halftime report by Jay Jordan. I just made that up. That's not really what I'm going to call it, but you know what I'm trying to say. Thanks for hanging around. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate all the support. The channel has grown tremendously since I started it before the 2023 season, and we only going to continue to grow from here. Let me turn the volume back on my headphones so I can hear what they talking about there. Both teams not shooting particularly well, but defense, and more defense is what the name of the game is. What am I looking for here? All right, so yeah, both teams shooting in the mid 30% from the field, struggling from 3. Wings leading the rebounding battle. Both have 7 turnovers. Wings leading the points in the paint battle as well. Yeah, so they just mentioned the Liberty had a 44-20 points in the paint advantage on Tuesday. Much different outcome here. Let me refresh this to get my stats right. There we go. We're ready for the third quarter. We are ready for the third quarter. All right, so Dallas will start the third quarter with the ball. I'm assuming it'll be the same starters for both teams to start this up. And ball is in play with the Dallas Wings. J.C. Sheldon brings the ball up the court. J.C. Sheldon over to Tierra McCowan. McCowan handoff to Satu. Satu with the drive, drops it off to McCowan. McCowan goes up, and beautiful play to start the quarter. Tierra McCowan scores off the assist from Satu Sabally. 1-point game here, 35-34. Stewie with the ball. Stewie, right-hand dribble, tries to go by Satu. They bring a late double They go over to Kayla Thornton. Kayla Thornton for three. KT said, if you leave me open, I can knock those down. Knocks down to three. 38-34. I see what they're doing. They're bringing a late double over to Stewie. Natasha Howard rotating from the whole opposite side of the floor. Stewie throws a cross-court pass over to Kayla Thornton for the wide open three. Arike with the ball over to Sheldon. Sheldon with the drive. Sheldon turnaround jumper, bounces around, and Stewie with the rebound. You gotta get those gang rebounds there. Stewie with the ball. Stewie comes off the screen. Spin move into the paint. Throws it out to Jonquel. Corner to Leo. Leo pump fake. Tries to drive baseline. Dangerous pass stolen by Arike. That's when somebody has to cut down the middle of the paint. Kayla Thornton gets the tip, and the Liberty get the steal right back. Vandersloot with the attack. Goes up with the scoop and scores with the right hand. So defense to offense for the Liberty. That's Vandersloot's first field goal of the game. 40-34. Natasha Howard with the ball over to Satu. Satu attacks right-hand side. Leo switches onto her. Satu in the post against Leo. Turnaround jump shot, way short. And Jonquel with the rebound. Jonquel on the attack. Jonquel, that might be a long two off the rim. Kayla Thornton with the rebound goes up and scores. And Kayla Thornton gets that rebound right over Arike Agumbawale and scores. So she has 5 points in this quarter. Hits the first three and gets the offensive rebound on this possession. Goes right up and scores. 42-34. So Liberty come out good. They outscoring them 7-2 here in this third quarter. So good start to the quarter. They just have to keep it up the rest of the way. Good start. And I have a bunch of unclaimed rewards. I just went back into my app. I have a bunch of unclaimed rewards. This is interesting. I wish I could just see all. Claim. It might be a bug on the app. I think that's what it is. But it is what it is. Game day. Let me see if I'm missing anything. All right, after this home game, the Liberty won't play a home game until September 5th against the Seattle Storm. So Liberty going on the road all of next week. They come back on the 5th. Then they go back on the road. Then they're on the 10th. Wait, no. Sorry. Seattle Storm, New York Liberty. There we go. Yeah, Seattle Storm, New York Liberty. That's the 5th. And then they play the Dream at home, I believe. Yeah, so a limited amount of home games left for the Liberty. A limited amount. I mean, we know they're most likely going to have home court advantage in the playoffs. But they're currently 13-1. If they win this game, they'll be 14-1. So they probably got about, let me see right now. I'm over here just making things up. We're in commercial right now. If you're just joining, I'm not just rambling just to ramble. We are in commercial at this moment. Liberty starting off the quarter really, really well. New York Liberty. So home game wise, yeah, Connecticut on Saturday. Then Seattle on September 5th. So I misspoke. They play Connecticut on Saturday. That's their last home game for a while. Then September 5th against the Storm. Then they play the Aces on the 8th at home. Then they play on the 15th, they play the Lynx. And then on the 19th, the last day of the season, they play the Dream. So they got about 5 home games remaining. Ball back in play here with the Dallas Wings. JC Sheldon into the paint, shoots over Sloop, misses. Stewie comes in to help with the rebounding. So Stewie back to doing her thing on the boards here for the Liberty. Man, JC Sheldon slips again. If you didn't see the highlight. Oh, they bring a double over. Oh, they go cross. Oh, John Quell with a pass to Fee, but she misses. But Kayla Thornton gets the offensive rebound. Nobody wanted to get it. Over to John Quell. John Quell over to Stewie. Stewie shoots over McCowan and misses. Hasn't hit a 3 yet tonight for Brianna Stewart. 42-34. Arike up the court. Over to Natasha Howard. Natasha Howard, left hand dribble into the paint, throws up the floater and scores. Miscommunication there on who was supposed to pick her up. As Vandersloot ended up on her, and she hits the easy floater. 42-36. John Quell with the ball. John Quell into the paint. Over to Kayla Thornton. She shoots another 3, and she misses. Rebound to Agumbawale. Outlet to Satu, and they call a loose ball foul on Vandersloot. So it will stay with the Dallas Wings here. Ross Goldenwood says the Liberty looks like they're lacking a little bit of purpose in their offensive sets. And JC Sheldon off that inbound scores a layup. So good timeout by the Wings. They've scored on back-to-back possessions. Vandersloot with the ball over to Stewie. Over to John Quell. John Quell to Leo. Leo comes off the screen. Out to Stewie. Stewie on the attack. Over to Leo. Leo for a deep 2. And she misses. John Quell fights with Tierra for the rebound, but Tierra gets it. Leo just got to knock those down. Wide open. Just got to bury those. JC Sheldon on the drive. She pulls up for the mid-range jump shot and scores. So JC Sheldon back-to-back buckets to make this a 2-point game. Stewie with the ball. Stewie picks up her dribble over to John Quell. John Quell rises for 3 and misses. Liberty falling in love with the 3-pointer right now, and it's not working. Arike high stepping up the court over to Tierra McCowan. She goes up, rolls it in, and ties the game. Timeout, New York. So New York cannot buy a bucket after that timeout by the Wings. The Wings come all the way back to tie it up. 42-42. They're on a 6-0 run here. RC, what's going on, bro? Salute, salute. Salute, what's going on? 8-0 run, for Dallas. 8-0 run for Dallas to tie this game at 42. Liberty started falling in love with the 3. There were some good looks, but have not been working out for them. They were up 42-34 with 8 minutes, 4 seconds to go. They've gone on a run here. No, Maddie is playing. She hasn't really done anything much, Maddie Segrist. You know, the offense is going to run through Satu and Arike. And they're feeding Natasha Howard a lot as well. Yeah, JC Sheldon, she's putting in work. She's attacking Courtney Vandersloot. So Courtney gonna have to fight back here. So after that timeout by the Dallas Wings, it's been Natasha Howard with a jump shot, JC Sheldon layup, JC Sheldon jump shot, McCowan layup to tie this game at 42. So Howard up to 12 points for the Wings, 11 for Agumbawale. They're the leading scorers here. New York with the ball. Let's see if they can make a difference here. My computer's starting to act up a little bit. I'm trying to start the clock and it's not starting. Liberty with the ball over to Stewie. Stewie, half spin, shoots over Satu and gets fouled. Yeah, my computer is starting to hang a little bit. Give me a second. Let me get this clock right. It's 5 minutes, 21 seconds to go here in the quarter. Stewie hits the first free throw. What is happening? I think my stream deck froze or something. Oh, it definitely did. The program quit. And she hits both free throws. So the Liberty are up 2. Liberty up 2. Ball in play with the wing. Satsu comes off the screen. Foul line jump shot. Too strong. McCowan gets the rebound. Misses. Jonquel with the rebound. Jonquel on the run here. Over to Niara, who's checked in. Reverse layup by Niara. Bounces around and rebound to Natasha Howard. Gotta open this program again. Arike for 3. And gang rebound by the Liberty. Vandersloot with the rebound. Over to Stewie. Stewie to Niara. Niara gets blocked from behind. Gets blocked by Natasha Howard. He gets blocked twice. Out to J.C. Sheldon on the run. Goes up. Layup is good. And they retie the game. So great defense by the Dallas Wings. Defense to offense. And they tie the game at 44. Stewie over to Sabali. Over to Kayla Thornton. Kayla Thornton sets the screen for Kayla. Niara sets it for Kayla. Kayla, mid-range jump shot, rolls around and scores. 46-44. I'm going to have to fix my stream deck in a minute. I can't change the score on the buttons. Arike to the paint, and they say it's a foul on the floor by Kayla Thornton on Arike. Miracle, what's going on? Salute, salute. Thank you, thank you. Y'all the real MVPs for tuning in. Appreciate it. Why did this program just quit? We'll figure this out. So Kayla Thornton up to 14 points for the Liberty. Maddie Segrist just checks in. Maddie Segrist has checked in. Jalen Sherrod checks back in as well for the Liberty. She's getting minutes tonight. J.C. Sheldon throws the ball to Natasha Howard. Howard with 8 on the clock. Crossover on Niara Sabali. Pump fakes. Oh, Niara rips it right away. And Jalen Sherrod on the run. Attacks Arike Gumbawale. Hangs and hits Jalen Sherrod. Back-to-back games with a bucket for her. And it's 48-44. Miracle, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Natasha over to J.C. Sheldon. Down to Tiara McCowan in the post. Attacks Jonquel. They say it's a foul on the floor. Foul on the floor by Jonquel Jones. That's 4 fouls on Jonquel. Let me see if this thing is working now. There it is. Ball inbound quickly. Maddie Segrist misses the layup. Rebound in Niara Sabali. Stewie over to Niara. Niara to Kayla. Kayla dribbling the ball over to Niara. Hand off to Kayla. Kayla steps back for 3. And Niara gets the rebound, goes up, gets blocked again by Natasha Howard. Natasha Howard has Niara Sabali's number. She's blocking everything she puts up. Arike comes off the screen. Jalen Sherrod almost gets the steal. J.C. Sheldon over to Arike. Down to McCowan. McCowan attacks Sabali. Misses. And they call a foul there. Yeah, Niara just getting everything punched out there. Niara's 0 for 4 tonight. Like 3 of her shots have been blocked. So it's 48-44. Tiara McCowan at the line for free throws. Oh, rolls around and out. Someone would say bull don't lie. Phoebus checks in for Kayla Thornton. If you're just joining, Kayla Thornton took a double shot from the wings to the face in the first 2 minutes of this game. She went out for about 5 minutes and came back. McCowan buries the second free throw. 3-point game, 48-45. Jalen Sherrod getting extended minutes here tonight at the point guard spot. She gets it to Burke. Burke over to Sherrod. Sherrod lines up for 3. Off the back rim, Tiara McCowan with the rebound. Ball with Enrique. Number 18 is Jaylen Brown, the rookie. No relation to Jaylen Brown from the Celtics. Enrique over to Jaylen Brown. Brown over to Segras. Segras attacks. Gets the ball stripped, and Niara Sabally with the ball. Sabally up to Kennedy Burke. Oh, to Niara. Niara smokes the layup. And the ball goes out of bounds. Niara rushed that layup there. But luckily, the Liberty get the ball back. So 1:57 to go here. Niara Sabally has had better days. That's the area of her game that has to develop. Using the pump fake, knowing when to shoot and when to dribble it back out. But it's the Liberty ball under their basket. They get the ball to Sabally. Sabally to Kennedy Burke. Over to Stewie. Stewie faces up against Jaylen Brown. Right side to Phoebich. Phoebich down to Stewie. Stewie against Enrique. Spin. Jumper. Misses. Fight for the rebound. McCowan gets the rebound. So it's still a 3-point game here. Enrique crossover on Stewie to the basket with speed. McCowan gets the offensive rebound and scores. McCowan starting to come alive. McCowan a little bit more engaged here in this third quarter. Jalen Sherrod attacks, tries to scoop, and gets fouled on the... She tried to scoop it up crazy. And Sherrod going to the line for free throws. Dallas looking like they want to review. Yeah, they're going to review. It looks that way. They took too long. I thought they were going to shoot it. They took too long to shoot the free throws. But Dallas is challenging the foul on Jalen Sherrod. They'll go to the monitor to review it. So it's a 1-point game here. Again, the Liberty go up by a good amount, and they give the lead right back. Give the big lead right back. So they're showing the replay. Jalen Sherrod goes up. Don't see a foul there. I don't know who they were. They were saying the foul was on J.C. Sheldon. RC said this is a big-time dogfight. Unexpected. It's hard to beat a team 2 times in 48 hours. Yeah, that's clean. I don't see a foul there. So this is going to Dallas. A good challenge by them. You talking about 18 on for the Liberty or for Dallas? Because I thought... Oh, no, she's 10. Jaylen Brown is 10. So 18 for New York is Dojkic, yeah. Yeah, Dojkic is number 18. Yes. I thought you were talking about on Dallas. I thought Jaylen Brown was 18, but she's 10. So it's a 1-point game here. Liberty trying to grind out this win. Jonquel Jones with 4 fouls, so she's in foul trouble. Stewie not having the best shooting night. The threes are not falling like they were the other night. Liberty are 5 for 21 from 3, 23%. Sabrina over here talking to Niara, telling her to settle down. Just take your time on the offensive end. This is a different lineup that we've seen for the Liberty, with Jalen Sherrod and Kennedy Burke, Stewie, Phoebich. Jalen Sherrod with the pump fake. She drives. Yeah, that's clean. That is clean. She doesn't touch her at all. I guess with Jalen Sherrod scooping up and the ball like sort of like leaving her hand weirdly, the ref thought it was her arm got smacked. So it should be Dallas ball. They secured possession. Oh, they said the call stands. Oh, we got some home cooking there. RC says they couldn't pay me enough to be Ellie the Elephant. Mask it out there, hot in that outfit. Yeah, she be going crazy, bro. At the game, she's like up and down the stairs, all around the arena, dancing at half court. I don't think it was a foul. I think the Liberty got away with one there. That looked as clean as you can really get. But listen, we'll take it. Sherrod, free throw, knocks down the free throw. Sherrod buries the second. So that's 4 points for Jalen Sherrod after she had 2 points in the last game, her first 2 points of her WNBA career. So Liberty extend the lead to 3, 50-47. Both teams in the bonus here. Sherrod sticking with Sheldon. Over to Enrique. Oh, they get the ball to Sato, but it gets tipped out of bounds, and it stays with the wings. 5 seconds on the clock. Good hands by Leo to deflect it out of bounds. Right, so the Liberty have to remember it's 5 seconds on the clock. They're looking for a quick basket. Tiara McCowan attacks, goes up with the right and scores right over Niara Sabali. 1 point game again. Niara Sabali with the ball over to Burke. Burke with the ball. Burke attacks, goes up, doesn't get the foul call. Rebound to Dallas, and they're on the outlet. Liberty tip it, and Leo saves it inbounds. Enrique tried to get the outlet pass, but both Sherrod and Sabali were back there to deflect it. They get the steal. Sherrod comes off the screen going to her left. Sherrod bounce pass to Niara. Can she score? And she gets blocked again. No foul call. Niara Sabali just can't get one. It looked like a foul on first look. Jalen Sherrod gets around the screen, drops it off to Sabali, goes up. That's not ball at all. That's body. But Sherrod over to Febich. Febich comes up for 3. Yeah, Febich hits the 3 and 1 away from the play foul. Niara Sabali took a shot to the face, so the basket will count. Sabali will go to the line for the free throw. Timely shot there by Febich. Man, we needed it. So Liberty could end this quarter with a 4-point play. So the officials are checking the timing to make sure that both plays happened at the same time, or sort of simultaneous as she was going into the shooting motion. So 17 seconds to go here. 17 seconds to go in the third quarter. Yeah, Tudo, big 4-point play if it stands. Big 4-point play. Hopefully it stands. 17 seconds to go here. Liberty, in old Liberty fashion, start off the quarter strong, falter late. They're outscoring Dallas 18-17 in this quarter. The basket does count. So Sabali will shoot the free throw for the 4-point play. Sabali misses the free throw, but Leo gets the rebound. Liberty have an extra possession here. Jalen Sherrod with the ball. Something they have mentioned that something is wrong with Niara's hand. She has it wrapped up. Jalen Sherrod on the attack. Jalen Sherrod, 3 seconds. Jalen Sherrod to the basket. Scoop and scores. Does it say it doesn't count? She attacked a little bit too late there. But she did get a nice scoop and score. It just was a little too late. Oh, yeah, it's a shot clock violation. Why was the shot clock on, though? Why was the shot clock? Oh, because there was 16 seconds left. There's a 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Jalen Sherrod gets it off a little too late. She starts her attack a little too late. 1 second. Yeah, the ball was still in her hand. There's 1.9 seconds to go in the quarter. That was a good move by Sherrod, just a little bit too late. So Sherrod making the most of her minutes here. It's funny, she's getting the minutes and Marquisha Davis isn't. Jalen Sherrod more of a point guard than Marquisha. But it's 53-49. The basket does not count. 1.4 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Rory Tudo, you're right. It's still good to see the ball going in. And you can see what the Liberty like in Sherrod. Ability to use her speed and pace to get to the basket. She can make some acrobatic finishes down there. Satu goes outlet and steals Sherrod. Oh, she doesn't get off in time. But that's the end of the third quarter. Liberty up 53-49. Kayla Thornton down now. So the Liberty, they just getting banged up this game. They're just trying to hold on here. Leave here as healthy as possible. All right, folks. We're heading to the fourth quarter. At least this game is not as bad, meaning a blowout, as it was on Tuesday by this time. But the Liberty did indeed end this quarter great. And we will move into the fourth and final quarter. Looking at the stats, there's a quick stat check. We have Kayla Thornton, who's the leading scorer for the Liberty with 14 points. Stewie having a terrible shooting night. She's 2 for 12, but does have 11 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. 9 points for Jonquel Jones, 9 points, 9 rebounds. She does have 4 fouls. She barely played in that quarter due to the foul trouble. 9 points for Leonie Fibich and 2 points for Vandersloot. You have 4 for Kennedy Burke, 4 for Sherrod off the bench. So only 8 points off the bench for the Liberty today. For the wings, you have 12 from Natasha Howard. She's their leading scorer. 10 for McCowan, who had a good quarter there. I needed that for my fantasy team. 11 for Ogunbowale. 4 for Satu. Satu's not having a good night at all. And J.C. Sheldon with 8 points. So she's having a decent scoring game. Segrist and Kalani Brown both with 2 points each. All right, have a sip of some water. As we get ready for the fourth, people. Thank you all for tuning in. As always, I appreciate all the support. Appreciate all the support. Me come fly away. Do-dum-dum-do-dum. All right, we're still in commercial, waiting for the fourth quarter to begin. Liberty need to start off the quarter. They will start off the quarter with the ball. They need to really get Jonquel Jones back into the game. So we can have a big in there that could actually finish over these players. Niara Sabali dealing with a right hand injury. I remember when she fell, it was either in the LA game or the Aces game when she fell on it and she was grabbing it. I see it's wrapped up. So I'm just going to shoot her some bail and say that's the reason why everything is a little tougher today for her. Shoot her some bail here. Also, Jalen Sherrod will start the fourth quarter. So let's see how this goes. Liberty with the ball. So it's Sherrod. Febich as she shoots a three. Short. Kayla Thornton tips the rebound. Doesn't get it. Satu on the run here. Satu over to J.C. Sheldon. J.C. Sheldon on the attack. She attacks Stewie and misses. Satu with the rebound. Put back and scores. So now it's a 2-point game. Miss on one end. The wings score on the other. So it's Sherrod, Stewie, Thornton, Jonquel, and Febich. Stewie, hand off to Leo. Leo slots up for a three off the back rim. And it goes out. Oh, does she save it? No, she steps out of bounds. Sherrod tried to save it. So 2 missed threes so far to start the quarter. Liberty need to assert themselves in getting into the paint. Ball and play with the wings. 2-point game here. They have a chance to tie or take the lead. 6 for 24 from 3 today. Satu with the ball. Satu looking for Arike. Arike with the ball now. Pump fakes. Out to Satu. 7 on the shot clock. Satu with the ball. Satu in and out dribble. Goes baseline. Drops it off to Kalani Brown. Shot clock violation. Satu lost track of the shot clock. Passed it to Kalani with a second left. Ball and play with the Liberty. They haven't scored in the quarter as of yet, but they need to. Sherrod with the ball. She's calling out the play. Sherrod blows by Sheldon, gets into the paint, tries to drop it off to Jonquel, and it goes out of bounds. Ball and play with the wings. So not a good start to the quarter. Opposite of what we expected. Vandersloot's going to check in for Sherrod at the next break, but she does get the steal. Sherrod on the run. Goes up, left hand layup misses. Febich gets the ball, goes up, turnaround jump shot, goes in. So Sherrod knows she was about to get subbed out. She makes a great defensive play, jumps the passing lane, and gets the steal. Natasha Howard against Febich. She goes up, throws it up. That's not a foul. She's standing still. They called a foul on Leo, and Natasha Howard will go to the line. You would like to see Jalen Sherrod drop that pass off next time, but Liberty got bodies back, got the rebound off the miss, and puts it back in. Natasha Howard at the line for free throws. She shoots the first, hits the first. Vandersloot actually comes in for Leonie Febich. Interesting. So Liberty lose Leo's size and shooting ability to go with the speed of Jalen Sherrod on the defensive end. This is interesting. Sandy Brondello tinkering with some lineups here as Natasha Howard hits the second. It's a 2-point game here. Ball in with Vandersloot. I think Sandy wants Vandersloot to run the offense, but to get Sherrod some touches here. Brianna Stewart with the ball. Not a good shooting night for her. Jonquel Jones attacks Kalani Brown. Kalani goes cross court to Kayla. Kayla for three. Halfway down and out. Stewie gets the offensive rebound. Stewie tries to attack. Goes out to Sherrod. Sherrod pulls up for three. And she misses. Kayla Thornton fights for the rebound. And they call a loose ball foul on Natasha Howard. Kayla Thornton fighting on the offensive rebounds. She's all over the place. Sherrod not really a three-point shooter, so I think teams will live with her shooting threes out there. She's more of a slasher. Ball to be inbounded by the Liberty. Somebody come to the ball. They get it in to Vandersloot, who gets it to Stewie. Stewie with 10 on the clock over to Jonquel. Jonquel faces up on Kalani Brown. Attacks. Goes to Kayla Thornton. Top to Sherrod. Sherrod into the paint. To Jonquel. Jonquel goes up, and she was fouled on the floor. Natasha Howard was basically sitting on Jonquel's shoulders. I mean, that's what happens when Jonquel goes down. Yeah, Natasha Howard basically jumps on her back. Like, that should... So Liberty get the ball again, 14 on the clock. Liberty, this possession feels like it's pretty important. They're getting the offensive rebounds. They just can't close the deal here. Ball in play to Vandersloot. Vandersloot pump fakes at the mid-range. Gets to Stewie. Stewie fall away jump shot. She misses. Jonquel gets the offensive rebound. Jonquel in the paint goes up and she misses. Ball gets tipped out by Arike. Excuse me. So Liberty again get another chance to try and score. They've had like 5 attempts here. Ball in play with the Liberty. Kayla Thornton over to Vandersloot. Vandersloot gets the screen from Jonquel over to Stewie. Stewie on the attack, and they call a foul away from the play on Natasha Howard for pushing Jonquel as she was rolling to the basket. So this is a long possession here for the Liberty. They're like 0 for 6 on this possession. They have a couple offensive rebounds. But this possession feels pretty important. They get the ball into Jonquel. Jonquel in the post against Howard. She shoots a one-leg fall away, and the possession ends with no points for the Liberty. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Satu over to Arike, guarded by Vandersloot. That's a mismatch. Arike to the paint, foul, and 1. Arike Ogunbowale ties the game at 55. So the Wings can get the lead here if she hits this free throw. Arike to the paint. She draws the foul, going left, throws it back up right, and scores. So like I said, that possession right before where they had 6-7 opportunities was important as the Wings take the lead for the first time in a while here. 56-55. First lead since the 18-17 in the first, and I think it was the second quarter. Stewie to Vandersloot. Vandersloot over to Jonquel. Over to Kayla Thornton. And another foul in the paint. J.C. Sheldon and Stewie fighting in the paint there. And the foul is on J.C. Sheldon. That's 3 on J.C. So that's 4 team fouls on the Wings. They're about to put the Liberty in the bonus. Stewie to Jonquel. Jonquel with the ball, picks up her dribble. Over to Vandersloot. Vandersloot to Stewie. Stewie with the ball, faces up on Jaylen Brown. 5 on the clock. She pulls up, jump shot, short. Kayla Thornton tips it to Leo. Over to Stewie. Stewie on the drive. Stewie drops it to Jonquel. Jonquel goes up and scores. Liberty finally get a bucket. Finally get a bucket. It's 57-56 here. Liberty up. J.C. Sheldon on the attack. Over to Satu. Satu spins. Back into the paint. Up, under, goes up. Left hand misses. Jonquel with the rebound. Over to Sloot. Sloot over to Leo. Double-double for Jonquel. They go out to Jonquel. Bounce pass to KT. Pump fakes. KT over to Leo. To Sloot. Back to Leo. Leo sets up for 3. She should have shot the first time. Kayla Thornton with the rebound. Stewie, layup is good. And the Wings call a timeout. Leo has to shoot that. She passes it to a worse three-point shooter and Sloot. Sloot gives it right back to her like, shoot it. She misses it. Kayla Thornton with the save and the pass to the cutting Stewie for the layup. Wow, what a possession there. Let me see if I have the right score. I think I probably gave them more points than they actually have. Yeah, I do. It's actually 59-56. I gave them too many points. I got a little too hyped. My bad, y'all. 59-56. Yeah, Tudo, you're right. As much as I love the second effort, we gotta hit the open shots. Leo has to shoot that first time. Wide open. Don't pass it to Vandersloot. Vandersloot ain't the three-point shooter you are. Be confident. Shoot the shot. But I'm glad Kayla Thornton's on our side. She's fighting for every offensive rebound. But Stewie not having a good shooting night. As I've mentioned, 3 for 15 from the field. Jonquel, even though it was in foul trouble, does have another double-double. 11 points, 11 rebounds for her. All the starters have scored. Leo with 11 points. RC says, Kayla Thornton is a bull on the boards, physical and tough. Yep. KT up to 4 rebounds. 3 of them are offensive rebounds. She's had a couple ones that she's tipped away from the Dallas players so a Liberty player could get it. So she's made her presence felt. Right, Tudo said they were playing hot potato. Yeah, it was bad. It was, you shoot it. No, you shoot it. No, you shoot it. It was a lot of indecision. Like against the better teams, you're not gonna have that many opportunities. You got to take the open shots and trust the practice you've put in, and that you'll hit them. Jay said if Stewie would have found Phoebus the first time she was open at the arc, there probably would have been a bucket. Possibly, yeah. But the time she found her, she was wide open, but it looked like she wasn't ready to shoot it. All right. Liberty, in terms of rebounding, Liberty, the Wings have 34 rebounds. The Liberty have 41. And you wouldn't expect that from a team that has 2 7-footers, essentially. Stewie misses the free throw. I don't know if there was a tech there. Let me see. There might have been a tech there while they were in timeout. Play-by-play. Yeah, it was a technical free throw. Ball in play with the Wings, but Stewie missed it. 59-56. Liberty are in the bonus. They should be looking to get into the paint. Enrique with the ball. Step back on Phoebus. Buries it. Don't let her get started. Don't let her get started. It's a 1-point game. 59-58. Approaching 5 minutes to go here in the game. It's Sloot, Jonquel, Phoebus, Stewie, and Thornton. So the starters are in. Sloot over to Brianna Stewart. She attacks, gets into the paint, and they call a foul there on Tierra McCowan for the swipe down. So Stewie to the line. She just missed the technical free throw. Let's hope she can hit these. Free throw battle is pretty even. Wings are 9 for 13. The Liberty are 11 for 14. Stewie knocks down the first free throw. Stewie for the second and scores. She's gotten a majority of her points from the line tonight. Gives us some breathing room here. 3-point game, 58-61. Yeah, Tudo, 15-6. We killing them on the offensive boards. Correct. Enrique with the ball, guarded by Sloot. That's the matchup she wants. Natasha Howard on Phoebus. Hook shot is good. That was a smooth move by Natasha Howard. Brings it back to a 1-point game. Sloot, hand off to Phoebus. Oh, finds a cutting Stewie. Layup is good. Good look by Phoebus to Stewie. And the lead goes back up to 3. There we go. Have some off-ball movement. Be precise with your passes. And you go from there. McCowan with the ball down to Jonquel. Gets tipped out by Jonquel to J.C. Sheldon. Sheldon over to Howard. Howard to McCowan. Oh, strong hands by McCowan. Stewie thought she had to steal. McCowan snags it and lays it in. Back to a 1-point game. Sloot with the ball. Sloot into the paint. Out to Jonquel. Jonquel tries to attack. Gets into the paint. Goes up. And they call a and one. Jonquel with the basket. I thought they were going to call a charge. But a great drive by Jonquel there. Yeah, Natasha Howard just slides right in front of her while she's driving. So, Jonquel for the 3-point play. She already has her double-double. She misses the free throw. They got to hit these free throws here. They have to hit these free throws. 65-62, 3-point game. JC Sheldon with the ball. Looking for Enrique. Miscommunication there. Enrique wide open. Misses. Stewie comes for the help on the offensive board. Tipped out by New York. Yeah, bully ball by JJ there. They gotta communicate here on the defensive end. Enrique cannot be getting wide open looks like that. JC Sheldon inbounds and almost open again. JC Sheldon pump fakes, gets into the paint, drops it off to McCowan. McCowan goes up and loses the ball, gets it back, and McCowan scores. Timeout, Sandy Brondello. So McCowan misses the layup. Jonquel has the ball, loses it behind her back. McCowan's right there, picks it up, and lays it in. Sandy Brondello not liking what she's seeing. Calls a timeout. So it's a 1-point game here. 1-point game. Liberty in a dogfight here with the Dallas Wings. Dallas, after getting smacked by 20 on Tuesday, said it's not happening again. We're trying to get a win here against the best team in the league record-wise, and they have us in a dogfight. Liberty go up by 4 or 5 points. They call a timeout. They come back and tie the game. So something has got to give. Liberty, 13 for 17 from the foul line. They're in the bonus, so they need to continue to get into the paint. Tudor says New York is scaring me. Yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking at this point. But listen, we're without 2 of our starters. Even though we beat this team by 20, you still gotta come out here and play these games. The other teams are professionals too. They're not just gonna lay down. So, can you get a win even when you're shooting 6 for 27 from 3, shooting 32% from the field? Can you get a win? So if you can get a win on one of your worst nights, imagine you know you're in good shape. Not even a high turnover game. They only have 9 turnovers. It's just the shooting has not been there. 23 for 71 from the field, 32%. 22% from 3. So it's not they're turning the ball over. They just can't make shots. Stewie is... What's Stewie? Stewie is 4 for 16 from the field. Niara Sabali went 0 for 6. And you still happen to be in the lead. So you just have to just grind out this game, get the win, and move on to focus on Connecticut. Yeah, the Wings don't have any challenges left. So we just got to focus here. Fourth quarter about to resume. 3 minutes, 27 seconds to go. They have the camera on the Statue of Liberty. Let's see what the Liberty draw up out of this timeout here. 1-point game. Dallas has continued to fight all game, taking the lead, gone down, come back, and we're back in play here with the Liberty. Vandersloot over to Jonquel. Jonquel to Fiebich. Fiebich over to Vandersloot. Vandersloot comes off the screen from Stewie. Vandersloot bounce past to Stewie. Foul line jump shot. Oh, it was a flat shot. It hit off the backboard, sat on the back of the rim, and then just rolled in. So Stewie gets it. It's 67-64. Dallas with 1 timeout left here for the rest of this game. JC Sheldon with the drive. Gets into the paint. Jonquel comes over with the help and probably gets a hand on it. McCowan falls on Thornton's back. And since they're in the bonus, the Liberty will be shooting free throws. McCowan is rubbing her right quad muscle. Oh, she gets sort of hip checked in her quad by Kayla Thornton there. Jay said, RC said, Jay, I know you're not nervous, bro. You always cool as a fan with a bucket of ice. And I guess I'm putting on a good face for the stream, but sometimes I'll be nervous. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But Kayla Thornton for the free throw knocks it down. That's all you got to do. They in the bonus. Continue to get the ball in the paint and force them to foul. McCowan will go out. She had a great second half. Kept them in this game. Kalani Brown will check in. Kayla Thornton, 15 points, going for 16 here with this free throw. And she knocks it down. So Liberty gets some breathing room here. 5-point game. 2:50 to go. Sheldon with the ball. JC Sheldon really has come into her own as the season has progressed. Satu with the ball. They call a moving screen on JC Sheldon. As I say that, I give somebody props and then they do that. Oh yeah, so JC Sheldon, she sort of leaned in on the screen. I thought they would let it go, but they don't. Dallas up to 14 turnovers. Leo with the ball. Leo over to Sloot. Sloot comes off the screen from Stewie. They call the moving screen to go in the other way. So JC Sheldon got the moving screen on one end and then draws it on the other. 2.5 to go here. 2 fouls on Stewie. Not going to matter at this point. JC Sheldon with the ball. Bounce pass to Natasha Howard. Oh, Leo jumps the passing lane. Gets the steal. Leo on the run. Goes up. Layup is good. Leonie Fibich gets the steal on the pass from Howard to Satu. Goes coast to coast. Lays it in. 71-64. Arike down to a wide open Satu Sabali. And she scored. I don't know what happened there. That Satu Sabali was wide open under the basket. Under 2 minutes to go here. Ball to Fibich. Corner to Thornton. Thornton. 3. Oh, halfway down and out. Rebound to Kalani Brown. Arike on the attack here. Right side of the floor. She crosses over. Shoots a wild 3. Oh, it's off. Rebound to Jonquel. I'm glad she shot that. Jonquel with her 12th rebound. Back-to-back double-doubles against the Dallas Wings. Vandersloot calling out the play. Gets the screen from Jonquel. Rescreen. Sloot. Bounce pass to Stewie. Goes through her hands. Tipped out to Thornton. Leo. This could be the dagger. Leo for 3. Come on. Leonie Fibich knocks down the 3. 8-point game. Timeout, Dallas. Let's go, Leo. That play looked like it was going nowhere, but they're showing the replay. Leo on one of the possessions gets the steal, goes coast to coast layup. This possession, Stewie dives on the floor, tips it to Thornton. Thornton up top to Leo. Dagger. Off a broken play. Love to see it, Leo. Love to see it. Leo playing with bruised ribs. She's getting beat up. They doing the Ellie wave in the stadium. It's just going crazy out there. Love to see it, man. Love to see it. I would have been stressed if I was at the game, to be completely honest with you. I'd be on the edge of my seat sitting at the game. I sit back when we do something frustrating. Leonie Fibich up to 16 points tonight. Is that so? Leo with 16 points. 4 for 9 for 3. You got 16 from KT, 19 from Stewie, 13 and 12 from Jonquel. So your starting 5 today puts in work. Love to see it. Sabrina over here talking to Leo. 8-point advantage here. Broadcast is sort of breaking up as I'm listening to it, but I rather late than early, I should say. Oh, so all the games are on like local TV for me. Perfect. So if you're in the New York area, tri-state area, all the game on Sundays, Saturdays on My 9. The rest of the games next week are on Fox 5, Channel 5. Satu, crossover on Stewie. Goes to the paint. Right-hand layup is good. Great play out of the timeout. They don't have any more, though. Ball inbounds to Sluty. 6-point game here with approaching a minute to go here. Liberty just have to take care of the ball here. Sloot on the drive. Gets into the paint. Out to Stewie. Over to Jonquel. Jonquel pump fakes. Jonquel hop step. Back to Stewie. Stewie 7 on the clock. Stewie step back jumper. Gets her own offensive rebound. And she slows it down. Stewie over to KT. Top to Vandersloot. 10 on the clock now. Vandersloot looks to attack JC. She goes left. Goes into the paint. Finds the cut. And Kennedy Berg layup. Dagger it again. Kennedy Berg loves that baseline cut and finish. Arike tries to answer with a 3. Oh, she buries a 3. Oh, I added it to the wrong team. Ball in play here. Come on, switch. Sorry, my thing froze here. There we go. 19 seconds to go. It's 76-71. And they got a foul there. Foul called on the floor. Intentional foul by the Wings, but they're showing the replay. Vandersloot drives. Kennedy Burke cuts baseline and scores. But then Arike comes down, gets the screen, and buries a rainbow 3. Tudor said, I remember them being on Yes and MSG at one point. Yeah, it was on Yes last year. It was on MSG when they were with the Knicks. And with the when they were owned by the James Dolan and them. But it's been on Yes since they've been with the Nets, and as of this season they switched it from Yes to Fox 5. Oh, and they get the offensive rebound after Sloot misses the second free throw. So she made the first, missed the second, and Natasha Howard intentional foul. She fouls out of this game. Natasha Howard 16 points, 8 rebounds. 7 turnovers. So the Liberty on their way to winning their 8th straight game. Jaylen Brown checks into this game. 17 offensive rebounds for the Liberty as Sloot hits the first. Sloot buries the second. So 13.9 seconds to go. They call a reset timeout. They advance it to half court. Satu to inbound here. Gets it to JC Sheldon. Sheldon tries to attack out to Satu. Satu's going to pull a 3. Satu for 3. Air ball. Arike with the rebound. She goes behind the back. Shoots a wild 3. Misses, rebound to Jonquel, finishes off her big rebounding night, and that's how the game ends. Liberty get the win, back-to-back wins against the Dallas Wings, 8th consecutive win. They move to 25-4 on the season, widening the gap between first and second. The Wings in bad space, they move to 6-22. 79-71 final score of this game. Appreciate you guys. Great game for the Liberty. No, I shouldn't say great game. Great win for the Liberty. Bad shooting game for them. We're going to take a look at the box score and the final stats of this game because we have some very important players that really made their presence felt in this one. Let's take a look at this right quick before we leave. So we got 79-71 Liberty over the Wings. Looking at the Dallas Wings scorers. Arike played all 40 minutes in this game. 19 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. It just wasn't enough. They're interviewing Sherrod and Phoebich for this game. JC Sheldon with 8 points. 2 rebounds, 2 assists. She's looking much better as the season has gone on. Natasha Howard fouls out with 16 points and 8 rebounds. Sabali with 10 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Not a good scoring game for her. 5 for 12. Tierra McCowan. Liz was salute. Thanks for tuning in as always. McCowan with 18 minutes, 14 points, 8 rebounds for her. Off the bench, Kalani Brown with 2 points, Jaylen Brown with none. Segrist with 2. Sevki Uzin with 2. All right, as we go to the Liberty, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys for tuning in. I just don't want to lose anybody before they get to liking the video. For the Liberty, Vandersloot, 26 minutes, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, no turnovers, which is key. No turnovers for Vandersloot. Leone Fibic had some big plays in this game. 16 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Kayla Thornton, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Stewie, 19 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. She did shoot 5 for 18. Didn't hit any threes. Did have 3 steals, though. Then you have Jonquel Jones, back-to-back double-doubles, 13 points, 13 rebounds. She did get in early foul trouble, but she was there when it mattered most. Niara Sabli, not her best game, 18 minutes, no points, 6 rebounds, 0 for 6 from the field. Did have 3 steals. Kennedy Burke with 6 points and 2 rebounds in her 15 minutes. Sherrod, after scoring her first WNBA points last game, she comes and doubles it up this game. 4 points in her 9 minutes. 2 assists, a steal, and a block. And Dojkic only plays 5 minutes. No points. All right, people. That is it from me for tonight. Ugly shooting game for the Liberty. They shoot 35% from the field, 24% from 3. But they still end up with the win against the lowly Dallas Wings. They have a lot to figure out for them. On the way out, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate all the support. I won't be back on the Watchalong until Sunday afternoon for the Aces Chicago Sky game. I will be at the game on Saturday between the Liberty and the Connecticut Sun. Make sure you check out the Instagram, Jay.JordanTV Liberty. I will be posting footage live from the game on there. So make sure you follow me on IG. All right, people. Have a good night wherever you are in the world. It's Jay Jordan. Liberty get the win. 8th straight win, going for 9 against the Connecticut Sun. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Salute.